go.
Robbery.
Incidents. You know, I've been talking about this shit all week. And personally, I'm still in awe that these brothers are in the studio right now and sitting across from us. Without further ado, internets, I introduce to the Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn, EPMD. What's up, gentlemen?
Yo, everything good? What up?
Yo, man, how y'all feeling, man?
Yo, feeling good. We just coming from the rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kicked my ass, so y'all gonna see.
Kicked your ass?
Oh my God.
Yeah, because we're doing a different type set. Like, we're doing a lot of songs that we don't normally do that, you know, fans
5 hours
wanna hear.
worth of work is...
Yeah.
So y'all had to go through like material and then like
lyrics, go through
staging
it,
and the whole nine?
Staging, yeah.
So what do y'all have in store for the audience on Friday, man?
Which one of y'all gonna be dancing?
No dancing.
No dancing?
It's just going to be microphones getting wrecked.
All right.
Okay. Now.
Backup dancers?
No.
EPMD always has some
I
fly
know,
niggas dancing.
Y'all ain't pull out Steezo? No Steezo?
Yo, right?
No Steezo, B?
It'll be hot to see Steezo. You guys are chill.
Yo, what?
That might be hot. I'm about to
Steezo
call
come
him.
out. Steezo.
Steezo, if you
can you imagine?
tuned in, that'd be crazy, man. Yo, it's such an honor, man. A lot of people came out in the studio tonight, man, because you got a lot of fans. And I could definitely tell you, man, like coming up, like y'all were definitely one of like my top 5, top 10 groups that I had to have in rotation 24/7, man.
Yeah.
So how y'all feel, man? How's life, man?
Yo, life is good because, we doing us.
Good.
You know, we're super independent, blazing our own trail.
Good.
Me and Eric's been on it for like the last couple years.
Good. Now, a lot of people don't know, man, that Eric, you started out as a dancer. Am I right or wrong?
No, I was a pop-along kid in my hood, like as far as in breakdancing, you know, but that was just something small. That was
so you didn't have no start as a dancer in somebody else's somebody else's video.
That was my hood. I was just me in the hood, pop-along kid in the hood.
And Paris, you were a DJ, am I right?
Yeah.
Doing a lot of parties and stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
How did y'all meet, man?
Well, I moved to Paris's neighborhood. My grandmother lived over there. Like my mother had moved from the other side of Brentwood to his side of Brentwood, and we met at the bus stop. When I got there, I took his bus. That was it.
And y'all started talking about sports.
I was already DJing and doing stuff and moving around. And Eric basically came from the town where hip hop was really hot, with the popping, the breaking, and the DJs and everything. So at the bus stop or in school, during lunch breaks, or while we beating on the lunchroom table, Eric used to have like some serious stories because he came from the neighborhood that had the best rappers.
Now, were these rappers that we would know of, or these were just
like
local?
Biz Markie was one of them.
Biz Markie.
You know what I mean? Solo back there, like all of these.
Was that CI?
No, Solo was from CI, but Bismarck was from like Brentwood, and Regis Park was like kind of like the mecca of where the dope DJs, breakers, and MCs came from.
So you had already had contact with like these cats. So
I was 12 years old. Like when I came to Paris, I came to him with the story of Bernard Getz and Jane. So Jane 1 was a story I rapped for Parrish, and Parrish thought Jane was dope, so he took it around to his friends. And then when we heard Red Alert, some songs came on that wasn't good. And we thought we could make it too. So we went to the studio.
You was fucking with Jane when you was 12 years old?
So Jane was before the group was...
Yeah, a story I had when I was 12.
Now I wanted to ask you as we moved on, but you just touched on it, man. Tell us about the origin of Jane. Like, who is Jane, man?
There's nothing. It's the story that was written. There was one of the stories I wrote about Bernard Getz and whoever Jane was at the time is what I wrote.
So so these are two different stories or one story?
Two different stories.
Now what's the story about Bernard Getz?
No, like the day after, everything that happened in the news event.
Right.
When we get to the bus stop the next morning, Eric will have a whole story written about it and remembered.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wrote about Bernard Getz on the train when he shot them people.
But it was a real story. It was crazy.
Yeah, now Bernard, I always wanted to know who the fuck was Jane. Because the shit that was magical, about every EPMD album was the Jane songs.
Yeah.
Like the Jane songs was unprecedented. It wasn't like it was a skit. It wasn't like they was full songs, but they was just pieces to this puzzle. And to me, my favorite Jane was the Who Killed Jane?
Parrish.
Who killed Jane? Who killed Jane?
Yeah,
So-
not the
so-
squad. Yo, we've been framed.
So we got any new Jane material that we could look forward to, or is she dead? Is she coming back from?
Yeah, he's at every show. She gonna be
Yeah,
there
she-
on Friday.
It'll be there Friday. You can't
with
kill
the
her.
Whitney Houston, rest in peace, Whitney
Yo,
Houston.
the
with
Whitney
Whitney
Houston
Houston
need a haircut like
Yeah,
Anita
yeah,
Baker.
yeah,
Looked
that
up
shit
and
is
down.
crazy,
Said,
B.
I'll take her.
Listen, tell me about your parents, man, because you guys came into the game with so much creativity. You know what I'm saying? You guys had so many influences that you could tell were present in your music. Tell us about your upbringing and your family, and the type of households y'all grew up in.
Well, like he always tell me, I kind of grew up in a militant background. My pops, being from Brooklyn, Marcy, and my mom's being from Brooklyn. So, we was always around music, but there's 7 of us. I got 6
Seven
brothers,
of
7
them.
brothers and sisters.
Now, what number are you?
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay, so you like the middle
In the
Yeah.
dead
child.
middle.
I'm the one who's seen the first 3 and knew, okay.
So you had to make a way for yourself.
There's no question.
Did you get blamed for like shit that went down in the house?
Yo, well, whatever. It was
parish.
it was like protocol, so it was passed down. So my older brother caught it, then my sister catch it. My sister
Right.
catch it, she handed it down, and then so on. That's the way it went. And nothing ever rode. Like if something went down that night when you got home from school, it was still on.
Right. And there was a lot of music in your house, man, or
Yeah, definitely a lot of music. You know?
and your pops, was he really active in politics, or he just was really trying to?
No, my father was like kind of like a street guy, like serious guy. Just just from Brooklyn,
Right.
So that mentality, nothing on the
But
floor,
it was a
get
tight
go.
family unit.
Yeah, definitely. We all tight. My mother and father always say like we don't need friends because there's so many of us.
Wow.
Yeah. My brother's right there. It's crazy. So
Well, that's crazy. And your family, man, Eric. Tell us about your.
My music was just something that my father played albums on top of albums on top of albums. I knew every record. Like when I did that Marvin Gaye record, Midnight Love, I knew that album when I was 12 years old. I keep saying I was 12, but I knew that album backwards. When Marvin died, I was in the room with my mother and my sisters that came across the screen at April 1st. So it was April Fool's Day that Marvin had died.
Right.
But, I knew every record.
Now, was your father into music, or he just had a?
Yeah, he sang when he was young. He from Florida. He used to be in a group. I found out that he was in a singing group.
What was the name of the group?
I
Man?
have no idea.
Oh, word.
and nice with basketball.
Yeah.
Like his father's family was nice with basketball.
So
too.
y'all coming from this suburban
Yeah.
setting?
It's suburban setting for certain people, but like I said before, we got busy with the best of them.
Combat. I'm sorry to cut you off, E. Let me clear up something for Combat. Long Island, when you talk about Brentwood and neighboring neighborhoods like Wyandanch, like Central
Amityville.
Islip.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
First of all, real talk. Like, those motherfuckers out there know how to shoot straight. Cats in the city, cats just don't know how to hit nothing.
See, I'm born and raised in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But like there was always this allure about all this sound, this movement coming out of Long Island.
Look at the rappers.
It was rappers.
Don't forget Rakim is from Long Island.
Rakim.
EPMD from Long Island.
De La
Public Enemy
Soul,
from Long
Public
Island. De La
Enemy.
Soul from Long Island. When you can't put rap out there and not talk about LA. No, it ain't gonna work.
But what was it about the environment?
Because y'all was raining.
Right.
Like
He was
the
trying to
city
just
was
keep
city
up with
was like,
y'all.
keep up with
So
y'all.
y'all was on the come up, basically.
Right.
It was like, ooh, them niggas on red alert,
Right.
and they sound kind of trash, and we already got.
We here,
No,
we
no,
only
no,
on
some
Nassau
stuff-
radio.
No,
Some
some
of
of
the
it,
shit,
right,
some
right,
of
some
the
of it,
that's what I'm saying.
But the best was
Right.
coming from Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Queens. So we tried. We had to work
we was
20
coming.
times harder.
So, at what point did y'all decide to put this group together, EPMD?
Well, Paris was playing football. Paris played college football, quarterback and kicker for in college. So we skipped one year because
Yeah,
EPMD
that's
probably
crazy.
came out in '86, but we skipped that year. And then '87, the November, the single came out. But we knew that we was going to be able to, if we got in, we was going to make some noise because of what we heard on Red Alert. It wasn't right.
Y'all weren't even listening to BLS at the time? I mean,
Oh yeah, Mr. Magic.
Yeah, of course.
Mr. Magic,
Yeah.
Rap Attack, and
Red Alert was playing that night.
right.
Red Alert was hard, though.
How'd y'all come up with the name?
Everybody want to make money. Eric and Paris making dollars.
The name in it, you know.
Now, and what gave y'all the audacity? If you really look back, man, y'all are like groundbreaking and being the rappers that really use your real name.
Yeah.
Like a lot of rappers, to this day. I mean, now you have more
that's crazy.
rappers running around with their government name. But what gave y'all the gumption to call yourselves your
That
real
was
name?
something. Why wouldn't you? We ain't know about no.
But you had Run, you had Chuck D.
I wouldn't like that
You know what I'm
from
saying? You had
our-
Grandmaster A, B, and C. and then you're gonna be like
Chuck uses his real name is Chuck.
Yeah, but Chuck D is still, you know what I'm saying? You know, you could have been like E-Dub, you know what I'm saying? Well, E-Dub, but you know what I'm saying? Eric Sermon and Paris Smith making dollars.
That we did.
And were y'all inspired by Run DMC in terms of like,
of course, that's everything.
Yeah,
everything was Run DMC.
You know, but also Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick. As the music came, we was listening, and then Rakim was like two towns away
Rakim
from
was
us.
the reason why I really rap.
You know?
Like he inspired you.
Yes,
like he was the one that was like, you know what, he's doing it, and he's taking it to the next level.
Because the slow flow he had,
right?
I had the same thing, you know. So the flow that he had, I really was getting serious when I heard him.
The thing I loved about EPMD Combat was that I think of Video Music Box and how their videos were so groundbreaking because they weren't. It wasn't just simply performance, but it was like it was in locales. Like I mean, they did a video inside a cooler. You know, you got to chill. I mean, so what you saying? I mean, everywhere they went to shoot,
there was a theme. It was thematic.
It was cinematic. It was cinematic. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, these guys are, you know, they're not much older than me. They're not older than me. I might be older than them. But they were thinking outside of just simply performance. They were actually thinking of the cinema and translating their sound to cinema. And also, honestly, they had some guns in their videos.
They had some guns. They had some guns in the video.
Like nobody had those kind of guns out.
Was y'all gun collectors? Because y'all really kept it with
Long
the gun
Island,
talk.
Long Island
back in the,
we were shooting like, and you see the video, Big Payback. Like Eazy-E and them came with their weapons. We was in LA, so we had to shoot what they had in the range, though. But you know, they came with their guns. You know, Paris is a you know,
guns and ammo. You subscribe to that magazine?
Like, pro marksman, you know, certificate.
So you go to the range, man, or you was going to the range? You still go to the range?
It's something you did. Long Island is again, you know, when he's talking about
y'all had resources. It wasn't like y'all was out.
And then once we was in, then everybody comes.
When you see people turn their guns sideways, you can't hit nobody like that.
You can't.
That's a slang.
You're not a gunman with the shit sideways.
That's how you get shot.
Shooters or fake shooters. You hear
never
that?
hit nobody like that.
Yo,
you grip your pistol like how you grip it, and you shoot. And you shoot down, boom, hit the hard, however you want to hit it, whatever, I don't care who out there. Anybody fuck around with me, you finish. This is how you do that. You know,
Yo, you talked about college, and one of the records, It Wasn't Me, was The Fame. Whatever happened to Terry Romanello, man?
Yo, Terry, wow, that's crazy. Terry's married. She's still up in Connecticut. Still in tune to us. You know, she still follow EPMD.
I think one of the dope things that y'all did in your music was for cats that we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? For a new group that we didn't know, y'all really and simply took us into your world. You know what I'm saying? So we knew you went to SCSU. You know what I'm saying? We knew everything that y'all did because y'all did it so seamlessly. And once again, y'all were these suburban kids, but y'all was nice with the gun talk and the slang. You know what I mean?
Because like Rakim said, it ain't where you from, is where you at.
That's where you at.
I didn't care what where we was roaming at.
Right.
I didn't give a fuck about what city I was in. Wherever that bitch was at, I was going. Yo, when I first saw the Apollo, from Long Island, I went to Apollo. I called everybody that, yo, it's black people everywhere. I wilded out. Couldn't believe it. I stepped on the corner of the Apollo. I was there till 5 a.m. bugging out.
Just wilding out.
Black people, like, look at all these black people.
Because what y'all were coming up was more racially mixed, right?
It was mixed.
Yeah, it was like melting pot.
How did y'all really become the pioneers of like sampling funk and rock and R&B? Because around that time, everything or 90% of what you heard was James Brown.
Yeah, we just again like Paris. We was building Paris's car. That demo record.
So now y'all build cars too.
That's how we went and got our contract.
We built the car and then we drove that car,
and the shit broke down.
Right, broke down. Right,
pull over, repaired right there.
But we built that car, stripped it.
We built it, so we know.
What was the base? Was it the IROC?
68 Camaro.
No, 68
Camaro. See,
with the 350 engine.
Okay, that's
4-barrel.
Now a Camaro is the expensive IROC.
Well, now
68 Camaro, old school car,
the classic.
The classic. We built one.
just from scratch. We
Y'all
took the
still
engine
fuck
out of
around
another car.
and build cars?
Nah.
But we still know how to work
We
with
needed a car
them.
to get out to Manhattan. We drove that one there, though.
Yo, check this out, B. What if y'all
Prime Black?
still started building cars and putting out the EPMD line? Just think about that shit, B. Y'all know how much money y'all can make? With like some crazy ass collectors buying some handmade cars by EPMD. Sit on that, man. I'm telling you, man. That's some shit right there.
A lot of work.
But getting back to the music, man.
Nah, that's what being from Brentwood. The fact that you had that in the household, like Paris,
Eric Clapton,
like Paris, we was he had a cassette tape of Roger Troutman Zap. He said, "E, check this out." And the more bounce came on, my yo, that shit, we got to rap off of that. That's just like that. Whatever came in there, whatever we had it. We knew what. ZZ Top is you a customer. You would never know that.
Yeah.
Because all you hear is the boom boom, but it had the guitar in it. And ZZ Top is a rock group. But we took the tape to the hood said, yo, take the guitars out. And now but it came from a rock group. We used David Bowie, we used, Eric Clapton, we used, whatever there was. We was always mixed up. We was mixed up because we was coming from a different background.
Basil riding high.
When lawsuits came into the game for sampling, did that...
Yeah, we still didn't get hit hard.
No,
Eric Clapton wanted 10 G's, Roger wanted 10 G's.
Because it was still relatively new.
It was new.
And sampling was still relatively new, and the cats weren't beasting and wilding out.
No, they got Biz caught the worst in '91.
Yeah, I remember that.
He caught it the worst.
But that's only because they told him not to use the sample, and he used it.
Yeah.
Right. And now, Eric, man. So already y'all are doing shit that nobody's doing. And if you spoke to somebody that was an expert at the time, 9 out of 10 they would have said y'all are crazy. Saying y'all from Long Island, y'all sampling funk and rock, right? And then the lisp, who fucking told you that you could rap with a lisp, B?
Parish.
He crazy.
Were you insecure about the lisp, or?
Nah, I knew I had a lisp. That's the way I talk. I just knew that was funky.
Cool G
the
rap.
The flow is the flow. Period. Like except for when Rock came around, he made it cool that I know I can get down. I came in the door. That's why I was Nick Nat, Petty Whack, give a dog a bone, yo.
He can't stop with the list. He has green eyes. Combat.
Rock now the list came like Clark Kent was in the studio with Puffy and Mace, and Puffy said, Mace, listen, you got a Eric Sermon.
Yeah, you got an Eric Sermon.
Biggie Smalls told me to my face, yo. Like, yo, this is what in the last article, Biggie Smalls said, yo, the dude who I want to be like is Eric Sermon in Rap Pages. His last article before he died.
And in context to what?
In terms of how I was doing things.
Right.
He just thought, yo, the way I got down is what he wanted to do. He was at my Hit and Switches video. He did not leave. Puffy shot my video. Him and Hype Williams. Biggie was at every scene.
I mean, that's not surprising because you inspired a whole generation of cats. Now,
people that don't know that the greatest rapper alive was seeing what I was doing.
Right. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Big was a student too. Word.
Like us to run.
Now, I remember, I read something that said that, it was mind-boggling, is I remember reading how y'all were fans of rap. As I still am a fan of rap.
Right.
And y'all was buying Run DMC records.
First, we went to Manhattan.
That was crazy.
To get Run DMC records. And
don't forget, EPMD, if Paris didn't have a job,
and what was that job?
Demos.
What was that
Bakery.
What's that?
Intimate's Bakery.
They have
Bakery.
in the hood,
yeah.
They have either Pilgrim State or the bakery. So everybody in the summertime would work there, or you have a full time.
So you were still making donuts?
No, I was making icing, I think.
Okay.
At the time, before I went out on comp.
You went icing. You was doing icing?
I was in icing.
Icing detail?
When you eat the Intimate's Bakery cake, that's Paris Smith.
Forget it.
No matter what. So when you see it, and again...
Hold on, you was doing the icing for the fudge ice golden cake?
Nah, for the he crazy. No, what is it called? Oh, man.
Not the Louisiana crunch cake.
Yeah, there you go.
You was? That's the
I was back there eating it.
That's the only one I can trust.
When you're there, they let you eat it all for free. That's cool for the first 2 weeks. But then after that, you're like, yo, you want no parts of that cake.
Yeah.
So we took that money.
Yeah, we took that.
So that's why I
built the car, flipped it, bounced, and built the car, drove the car to Manhattan.
But that was his college money. But that's how much belief he had. He believed. Paris was like, yo, listen, I'm telling you right now, he's like, yo, I got this kid named Eric Sermon. I'm about to win. This is what he knew. I came from the hood.
So it wasn't a reality to you. It was just some hood shit.
Right. No, but he didn't. Paris didn't rhyme. I was the one rhyming. He didn't rhyme.
So you was going to be his manager?
No. I was just chilling. When I came, then he knew how to rhyme, but he wasn't rhyming, and he was a DJ.
Right.
So, but then when he saw that I was here, he's like, you know what? We're making a group.
Now, what inspired you, Parrish, to start rhyming?
Well, hip hop. I've been, around hip hop with my brother James, Bambaataa and all of these guys since I was small. I used to see these guys from Wild Style, like Rodney seeing them. These guys used to come out and do block parties. So when I would see the way these guys rap and how they got down, hip hop was it. It was like, when the breakers breaking, you remember you used to get excited when the dudes used to pop and they used to have the Roxys from Central Islip. They had like, I forgot the name of that pop group.
Everybody came to our hood, though.
So, everybody would come through.
Red
we had
Alert,
this place called YMCA.
that was Paris's friend. They all came through Brentwood.
And this was before hip-hop, before Planet Rock.
Wild Style, the movie, came to his block.
We had the soundtrack.
To do what?
They was Paris's friends.
Promoting
give
the
a
movie.
block party or whatever.
Right.
So then from there, once I would see it and all the music, then when it was our turn and we came up, I told you, it used to be hectic over there, but then when E come around, it used to just be bugged. And Eric really just had this rhyming. He wasn't just rhyming. Looking back at it, he had like 7, 8 verses, and he was like really serious about it. So because he was serious about it, then I got serious about it.
And the reason why EPMD was so dangerous at the time, because we battled each other. If Paris had a rhyme, I was like, this is crazy.
That makes a lot of sense because y'all had, I can't put my finger on it, but when y'all listen to your records, it's not like any other rap duo in terms of like I'll say my rhyme and then you say your rhyme. It's like y'all almost having like a conversation. I'm saying y'all keeping y'all are having like a tennis match.
That Jack said that everybody tells us that we don't rhyme, we talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It
was some effortless shit that was entertaining and it was art, but at the same time, y'all are having a conversation.
Crazy, right?
And that's been that's kind of been not necessarily my gripe, but that's why I place y'all at the top because even like most of the other rap groups, and this is not taking anything away from any other rap group, but you rarely hear two talented MCs having that conversation on a dope beat. Now, my super producer A King has hit me with the music.
With the music break, but Combat, just to piggyback.
Because I want
this last question before the break.
Artfully end.
Well, we'll get right into the music break. But this question, this is something that the internet has been bugging me about.
Okay.
When we talk about rhyming, when I listen to the song Rampage, Parrish murders his verse. LL Cool J comes on that bitch and obliterates it.
Yeah, he does.
And then E, you give him a pass.
Yeah.
You let him skate, E.
No, because the reason why I was sick that day. See, when that record, I wasn't even there for that record.
Okay. Because you let him skate, E.
No, but that
E, how could you let him skate, E?
On your record?
No, Parrish already had him already though.
No, Parrish.
Yeah.
Parrish definitely versus a 10. LL's verse was a 10A, and I'm like, okay, so E is gonna, at least a dart.
Even Leo told me he didn't like my verse. Like I knew it. I was sick. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
We need Rampage Part 2. E. We need you to put L in his place.
Let me talk. I can't get into a vibe on a song that I'm not there on.
Right.
I'm not in the room with them.
Right, because it was me and L. We went in first.
I'm in the room with them. Of course, I can get the vibe that they had.
Yes.
I'm homesick. And that verse, I'm sick on that record. Like and Leo, like, don't put that on there. Paris said, no, keep it on there. That's Eric, keep it. But I wasn't even in the room.
But when we actually started it, definitely. No, first you was in Cali.
The version they on is longer than that without me.
Yeah, that's the one you was talking about, Gordon. That's the one you talking about. The one Tim Westwood got.
I wasn't even there.
Mysteriously.
All right, so internets, now y'all know. So E ain't let L get a pass. It just happen.
I wasn't gonna be able to take him anyway.
Because L don't play. Yo, L specializes in going to do the song.
But you know what? When we come back from our music break, I definitely
don't forget now. When L first did the first one, the verse was different when he came back.
Right.
Yeah, it was different.
That's what I'm saying. And when we come back from the music break, I definitely want to talk about that era when y'all were running with L, because you could definitely see the influences on both sides.
Gotcha.
Internets, y'all are listening to the Combat Jack Show featuring Dallas Penn.
EPMD.
www.pncradio.fm.
F your radio.
MD in the building. F your radio. My wife told me not to say bitch on air.